several other ways you can use it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Now you mentioned that one. Do you know that AI can be your social media manager? It can be your strategist. It can be, maybe it might not be really good, but if you're good as a person, you can make it your strategist. Your job is to study. The problem is actually to look like a movie star. Your job is to make sure that you photograph them to look like movie stars. That's marketing. So many people still believe that photographers should not charge a certain amount. And my job is to help you understand that you should. Last year, my coaching program, my people made like 150 something million. As I'm talking to you now, they have doubled it. The people in my coaching program have done over 350 million. Because most of us as creative people, they have talked us into a space where it feels like a taboo to ask for money. Are you not a creative? Why are you asking for money? I ask for money first, then I become passionate. It's marketing. You need to figure out what they want. Don't do any other thing for the rest of the year. Just go and study how to write prompts, which is really how to have conversations. A couple of weeks ago, Mr. Easy and Temi Otola got married. Everybody was talking about the photographer Sevilla, right? If you look at him, his marketing is simple. Very simple. People don't understand it. It's a simple thing. I will photograph you stylishly, but it will not stop there. I'll put you on Vogue. Shikina. I am beige. I photograph you. Once I photograph you, you are going to Umbrella Niger straight away. It's unwritten rule. So the brides that want to be Umbrella Niger because it's status signaling, who would they go to? You need to. So it's marketing. You need to figure out what they want. You can't control what people want. You can just only use what they want to your own benefit. I don't decide that all of us here wants a Mac. Did you decide that? No. But while other people were building Windows and putting a lot of things inside the Windows, Bill Gates was thinking about how to put status inside the brand because he knew that's the only thing that will make people pay more money. So you need to think about social media, how you use it in that place. You have to communicate what those people really want. If somebody wants status, don't go and give them fine pictures. Give them status. And if you cannot give them status, go back and find out how to give them status. Or if the other person wants associations, there are other photographers, for example, that want to be in this place. If I'm the guy that can give them link to be in this place, whatever I say, they will pay. Do you know what I'm saying? So you need to figure out what the people that you're trying to serve first want. Like with my coaching, the photographers that I want, they want to make money. It's simple. And me, I've gotten a lot of results to show that this is not just talk. Whatever you pay me, if I don't make you that money, I'll refund it to you. Do you now see it? I'm telling you that there's nothing you have to lose. Absolutely nothing. Give it to me and you make more. If you don't make it, I give you back. Now, who would you rather go to? Someone that you don't know? Then you now see the people that you look up to come for my session. The people that you really look up to, they still come and sit on my session. Because at the end of the day, and I would have done that and not share it. But how would you know that I know what I know? Okay, let's put, for example, when we came here, a lot of people that have not met me before would not know me, that I know what I know. Does that make sense? But now I'm sitting here and we're having this conversation. You know I know something. But if this conversation is not being recorded and posted, a lot of people, other people will not know I know what I know. But would that stop me from knowing what I know? So you might be as great and good in delivering what you are delivering. But if you do not consistently put it in front of that set of people that you said, these are the people I want to serve, put it in front of them, my dear, you'll be good, oh. But you know, Siba, bar no good day your hand. Now there is sales. Sales is about your ability to say, I know you've heard of all of these other things, so when do you want to start? You know, most of the time, we are trying to negotiate price with clients. and we are going back and forth, that's because the marketing did not do its job. Have you not had clients that come straight to your DM and say, oh, I've seen your work, how much you, they pay straight, they didn't even talk about anything. Did you have to sell them? No, because your marketing to them did the job. They don't want to negotiate. They don't have any time. They just say, let's do it. How much will it cost? We do it. So instead of focusing on the sales, pay attention to the marketing. Because even the worst salesperson would outsell the best salesperson that doesn't have a good marketing. Fix the marketing. Sales now comes to the idea of that pricing thing, which I always think that you need to understand how human brain work. Let me explain what I mean. That people think when it comes to pricing, people would buy something that they feel is a great bargain if they find something that is an anchor. For example, you can't have 3 packages, for example. By the way, you shouldn't have more than 3 packages. If you have more than that, you're not a businessman. You're not trying to make money. Because the more options you give people, the more confused they are. Limit the options. Reduce their options so that they can make their decisions. Don't confuse anybody. Give them 3 options. So why the 3 options are really better is that don't do, let's say, nobody should do 50,000 naira here. So nobody should do 100,000 naira. We should start from 100K. So let's say your first price is 100K. Don't make your second price 150,000, please. And then make your third price 300,000. It doesn't work that way. In fact, if your last price and your highest price are close to each other, the client automatically feels that there's nothing inside of that thing that they should pay for. So the key is, I teach this one, I collect money, but since we are here, I'll teach you people for free. The key is, you see that highest money, put it far off. Like, let it be something that even you go shock the person pay you. The role of that fee is to become an anchor to the rest of the fee graph. Because, let's say, for example, you have like 2 million package, right? The next package should not be 1 million. The next package should be 800,000. For example, I'm not inside your business. And the next one should be like 300. So when the person looks at this price and see 300, 700, 2 million, like 300 will not be good. There's no way 300 will be good. So what are you now doing? You're pushing them to the second one because they know they cannot afford the first one. And even if they afford the first one, guess who is good for? You. But never, ever put your price to 200,000 above each other. Nobody's going to hire you for that. Peg the price. Peg it up there. And then make sure that whatever you do to the second one, optimize it for profit. So when I say 700, if 700 will not make you all the profit, don't keep it at 700. Because that second one is the one that everybody would pay for. That's one you're pushing people to with that strategy, right? So you make sure that if the cost of executing on that second level would be 300,000, if you know me and know me well, I always say the cost should always be below 20%. That's me. The most with the cost should be 30%. Every other thing, if your cost is like 50%, you're not a businessman. No. The cost, you should bring down the cost. So if my cost is like 300,000, there's no way I'm going to make the second price 700 now. I'm going to make that thing like 1.2 million naira so that I'm like over 80% in profit. Reason being that things can happen on the way that require me to bring out money from my pocket to fix it. So imagine if my profit was at 50. Now something happened. I have to put out 20% out of it. Now I'm like at 30. That's not business. I want to be able to, whatever the situation is, I raise it up to like 40 and I still go home with 60 and know that 60% of it will make me a lot of money. Does that make sense? So that's now the sales part. Your ability to ask the other person. You've seen the work. So which one are you going for? No explanation. I don't like people explaining. When you explain prices too much, you're not a good salesperson. It should be very strict. When we talk price, Nigerians don't like talking price. Nigerians are that's why they ghost you. Once you go into that bargaining of the price, they just switch off. And you'll be sending them DM like, yeah, what's up now? They don't want to bargain with you. So your job is simple. This is 300K. This is what it does. This is what it does. This is what it does. This is 700K. This is what it does. This is what it does. This is what. And we have. Did you hear my voice? And we have 2 million. This is what it does. This is what it does. This is what it does. Which one are you going for? Don't say any other thing after that. The next person that you should say something should be them. Do not say any. And if they don't say anything, be comfortable with silence. Just keep short. Stay. Nobody will die. And if they say, oh, we cannot afford it, don't ask them, what can you afford? I don't ask them, what can you afford? No. You can afford it. Okay, maybe in the future, we can work together, hopefully. I'm really looking forward to it. That's it. And when someone says, okay, you know what? I want you to remove this thing from this package because I don't want it. You know, I don't want 2 photo books. Give me 1. It doesn't matter what you remove. It doesn't matter what you add. This package is this package. It's based, you collect everything that comes with it. But again, you will not be able to do that if the marketing is not right. Does that make sense? Then the advertising where you make sure that everybody, which ties with the visibility, everybody that there is, not everybody that wants what you do, but everybody that there is that has a phone should know you. Do you drink soda drinks, sir? Do you drink soda drinks, sir? You don't drink soda drinks, sir? Yes, for example. But do you see adverts with Messi, with Pepsi? Do you think that they are doing the art for you? They are doing the art for you. Because advertising is not marketing. Marketing is specifically they will go to him. But advertising is making sure that everybody sees it. Because what they are trying to do is trying to buy real estate in your mind. Because a day will come when you are in a position that you think that you need soda. And guess which one you will buy? The one that you've repeatedly seen them. So that's why you need to intentionally put out, forget the metrics. Those are the things you cannot control. You can't control the number of people that like your picture. You cannot. I had a client from the UK that paid my highest fee in coaching. It was from a YouTube video. The YouTube video doesn't have more than 200 views. 200. No comment. But I have YouTube videos that have like 4,000. Do you understand? But this one, 200. And she was very specific that was the why she came. You don't have to use the likes to validate what you do. You just need to know exactly, this is for marketing, this is for advertising, this is for visibility, this is for discoverability, and put all of those things because that's how you make the best use of social media. Because at the end of the day, it's not paid media. You're not paying for it. If we are discussing how to pay for it, that's another thing entirely, but we're talking social media. So those are the buckets I'm looking at when I'm thinking social media strategy for people in our space as photographers.
All right. Thanks so much, Mr. Mayor. We have really benefited from that. So just to wrap up, we'd like to talk about clarity life. You know, this conversation will not be complete without talking about that. So of course, Clarity was where we met. And of course, we have been, partnering with Clarity Life every session. So can you talk a bit about Clarity Life? Because for everyone that have not been to one of the Clarity Life sessions, if you've watched any of Neil's videos, or listened to him anywhere, they have only gotten like 10% of what he really offers.
Thank you. Okay. Clarity Session and Clarity Live, because Clarity Session bettered Clarity Live.
Yeah.
Right. And Clarity Session was bettered for about 2019 on Twitter. I used to tweet and ask photographers to drop your phone numbers. Let me call them and talk to them about business for free. 2019. Like you're not even paying for, you're not the one calling me. I will load my phone, 2000. I'll talk 2 hours, 3 hours. When I see someone that is doing great work, but I realize that they're not making the kind of money they should be making, like, yo, drop your number here. Let me talk some sense into your head. So I did that. And over time, people were making money out of it. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should collect money for this, my A-time home. I remember the first time I charged was like, I said, Pete, is it 5,000 for my A-time? And I'll call you, talk for 2 hours. But what that did for me was that it opened me up to different genres of photography, different challenges, helped me think through strategy, how to position people to make money in their spaces and all of that. So by 2023, I decided to do Clarity Sessions where people will come in, we sit down for 5 hours in my office or online. We just talk about your business. We did one with you and it was great. And that was the beginning of our relationship, which has been great. So the price for the Clarity Sessions now became a lot more because the result was just a lot more. And I realized that there are lots of other people. Like yesterday I tweeted, someone made a video and said that growth sometimes pull you away from your core. So what growth was doing to me was that it was actually pulling me off my core. My very core was to help people like me who had nobody, who had nothing when they started out. But because I have grown, I started collecting a lot more money for what I was doing. And that was outside my real core. So I decided, okay, let me bring Clarity Life where people can pay 10% of what my Clarity Session is and still come and get the most out of it. That way I'm not giving it out for free because people don't cherish free things, but also the people like me when I started out, I couldn't afford to pay my fee can still come and ask their questions and get their strategy built for. So that was the essence for the Clarity Live. And I reached out to you from the first one and you said, let's do it. And I didn't want to do the first one, child. Then Zene said that we should do it. We did the first one at Cafe One, spoke to the CEO. We got a deal and we did it. And the feedback was great. We did the second one again. And for 3 days, cooked them up for 2026. Clarity Sessions have you coming one day. My coaching program, 6 weeks. But once a week, we do the coaching program. But my boot camp is where I put people in one room. Not like in one room, one building. So we'll provide accommodation, we'll provide feeding, we'll bring up the sessions. And I'll bring up my friends that are investors, business people. I didn't want to stress him. That's why I'm not talking to you about it. He's surprised that I'm talking about this now.
You have not had that discussion.
Yeah, we have not. So I didn't want to stress him for this one. I just wanted him to chill. So at the end of the day, the boot camp would be people have time we have sessions 2 days, 3 days straight, back to back breaks, lunch, dinner, late night conversations where we actually build strategy from scratch and then have an accountability group amongst the people that are there, which I will now be part of to make sure that at the end of the day, most of the time, by January 2nd, people will start doing New Year resolution, right? By March, resolution don't die. and we are back to normal. So the reason I want the bootcamp also is that at the end of the day, you have a community of people that have the same mindset as you. This is the goal we want for this year for us to make. Last year, my coaching program, my people made like 150 something million. As I'm talking to you now, they have doubled it. The people in my coaching program have done over 350 million. My goal is to do 1 billion in a year for my coaching clients. That's my goal. And the best way to go about it is for me to put people in a room. First and foremost, change their mindset around money. Because most of us as creative people, they have talked us into a space where it feels like a taboo to ask for money. Are you not a creative? Why are you asking for money? You do this thing for passion now. What's the word for it now? It's a propaganda from the pit of hell to keep you poor. Forget that. I always tell people, bro, I ask for money first, then I become passionate. Once money is in my hand, I'm passionate. Passion don't show. But without the money, I'm not passionate. So my goal is to help shape the mindset of people. Because I've realized that I build strategy, I build frameworks, blueprints for people. They execute it, but somehow they still have doubt. There's somebody in Worry. I told the photographer, he used to do weddings. He does weddings. So he does pictures and videos together and charge less than ₦1 million for it. I'm like, bro, what? You cannot pay me and come be charging like a money. We don't do that here. I told him, remove videography. You're not a videographer. You're a photographer. Remove videography from that place. He said, he didn't tell me this one. It was after the result. He now comes out. He was thinking, Sameyo doesn't know. This is Warrior. This is not Lagos. I said, remove it. So after a long period, he removed it, but we doubled the price. You know, when you remove videography from it and now double it, it was now like 1.8 million. He's been booked for 1.8 million. That was like last year. Now his highest price is like 10M and 2 people have paid 10M. And the people that paid the 10M did not come from Lagos. Worry. So at the end, I realized that it is the mindset thing. So my job in that bootcamp is to cook people's mind. So you're able to ask for money, just as you're able to tell your name. They ask you, what's your name? You don't think about your name. Why is it when they ask you the price, you start, bro, the price is a price. All the client can do is say what? No, I cannot afford it. And for me, it's okay. Do you think that everybody that I've pitched to actually paid me? If that, I would have been a billionaire by now. No. So many people still believe that photographers should not charge a certain amount. And my job is to help you understand that you should. In fact, you should collect the money. So right now, Clarity Live will still happen, but Clarity Bootcamp is the first one. So the goal is just to help photographers have quick fixes that can drive their revenues, right? Make money in real time so that, you know, most of the time people talk about business of photography. I'm like, bro, show me working. Where are your people? Where is the bar they are making? I don't talk about, the results are there because what we do is that we go the periphery, increase your pricing. If you increase your price, have you not seen people that have increased their price and they didn't get one booking and they have to revert back to their former price? Because the business is not the pricing. The pricing is the last thing that you do. If you're starting to try to make money and the first thing you think about is to raise your price, I'm sorry, you go back to your last price. My goal with the Clarity Life is just to help people make money from their creative endeavors. The last time we had fashion designers come in, we had videographers, we had designers, graphic designers. So it's not only for photographers, it's just for people that actually want to make money from their creative endeavors. So yeah, thank you again for always supporting the Clarity brand. He's been doing amazing work. And I want to use this opportunity to say, I've listened to the new options that are coming up on the OurPixo platform, and I think it's amazing. And I think that what makes it stand out for me is that it is our own. Something we can say, it was built here. like this is our own. Pixo said has their own. It's not ours. You guys are bringing us customized domain names.
Yeah.
So we are consciously pushing into a place of professionalism where we have our domain name, which is you having a real estate in the space that we are currently playing in. Because nothing pays more money than IP, intellectual property. But without the name, you cannot have it. So what you're bringing to OurPixo is actually the best thing. And I really wish you all the best as you are touring Africa and hopefully getting that angel investor in. Please, when it comes to the rounds of investment, I want to be the first.
Thank you so much. Can we give a real hand of applause for Neo? Thank you so much for sharing your insight with us. You have really learned, and looking forward to the Clarity Bootcamp next year.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.